The final word.
That's right. That's right. Come on. Come on.
The final word.
The final word.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
Yes, it is.
That's gonna be some nasty.
Yes, indeed. The final word.
The final word. He said the final word.
I like it when that lady sings.
The final word.
Let's
I
go.
like Lord. He been saying the final word. He
The
all
final
distinct.
word. What'd you say?
He all distinct. The final word.
Word.
Final
Growling
word.
it, man.
The final word. Game 2 reactions and game 3 preparation.
The final word.
The final word.
Final word. Let's get it.
The final word.
The
Man, we
final
might not even
word.
talk about the Bengals today, man. Forget the
The
Bengals.
final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final
Yeah,
word.
we'll recap it.
Let them wait.
Let's go. Man, let's
The
go.
final word.
Come have a seat. Have a seat. Come on now. Come sit down. Boys feeling good after the win. Out in them streets tripping. Yeah, my boy Amp out there tripping. I see you, Amp.
The final word.
I see you, man, after the dub, all at Texas Stadium. I see you, big Amp. Let's go. What's in that cup, big dog? Woo, boys feeling good after that W.
The final word.
Let's go.
You know what? You gave me an idea, man.
The
final
y'all need to be
word.
sending us these pictures when y'all up in there,
Man, we do, man. We need them pictures out the dub. One more time before we kick it off. Now we kicking it off.
We in the tunnel.
Let me get that little box out the way.
2 hands on the wheels, y'all. Put your hands on the wheel. Put the seatbelt on.
Yeah, I just wanna run it up.
Oh,
Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. Yeah. Wanna.
come on.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
I do.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah.
Kinda that too, kinda. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside.
What?
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T-Deck, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer.
Let me see if Amp on beat. Let me see if Amp on beat. I see Amp on beat. My boy Amp on beat.
Can't trust the soul, I keep a hammer, call it too much.
Legit.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah. And we got the beat in the back. Alright, man. You know I'm finna start this thing off messy. Big, what was all that you was talking last week, bruh? Is it time for Law to get them? See, Lau gonna be the bigger man. Watch Lau be the bigger man. Lau gonna be the bigger man. What's all that you was talking last week?
I was talking last week. So what? I'm not mad that the Cowboys won, but it was eked out the victory. You're not gonna sit there and tell me that this is a different team and this all of a sudden this is a Super Bowl type team. Now, please don't jump out there and please tell me that that's happening. No, it's not. You barely eked out this victory, and let's say that the Cincinnati Bengals are not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's be clear about that. We also talked about how the Cincinnati Bengals, the next year will be the toughest year. We did say that. The next year will be the toughest year. That offensive line is still in shambles. 7 sacks the first week, 6 sacks against us. The offensive line is still in shambles, and I love the victory. I'm glad we won. But let's not act like we blew them out. It was in the last seconds of the last minute of the game. Cooper Rush could have had 2 interceptions, ran back for touchdowns, but they dropped the ball, okay? So I'm happy for the win, but let's not act like the Bengals are world beaters right now.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? You go eat some damn crow today, big dog. I got some.
Get
bro,
the beak or something, man.
I know exactly where you go eat some crow. I already got it laid up for you. You ready?
Lay it up.
Boom!
Oh, where is that?
85.
Oh,
85,
okay.
baby.
How you laying it up for me when I said a big prediction, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns?
Man, stop!
Outrageously, I said outrageous. He said, give me an outrageous, a crazy prediction. I didn't say Dante Fowler getting 17 sacks. I didn't say DeMarcus Lawrence getting 32 sacks. I didn't say nothing like that. I said Noah Brown, 1,300 yards, 10 tutties.
Oh, boy, you cold-blooded, bro. You coldblooded now. Hey.
But I did admit.
No, I'm going to tell you.
The final word last month, I said, what was his name? Joe? What's his name? Joe?
Yeah, man. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Listen, bro. Listen, big. Listen.
I said it.
Listen.
It's only 2 games.
Listen, you got to stop calling out these pros, dog. Like,
how am I calling them out? I'm making them better.
That's my dog.
I'm making them better.
Hey, man, Big to put the finger in the face. He say, Noah Brown is not going to change. I don't care who you are. Didn't you say that to that man? Didn't you say that to that man, Big?
Yep, I sure did. On camera, live.
This dude say, Joe, I don't care who you are. Noah Brown is who he is. And now we can't even get an interview with the dude no more, Big.
That's not fair. That's not fair. You can't blame me on that. Just throw me out the way.
The man ain't even answering my calls no more.
Oh, see, that ain't right.
No, I'm messing with you, dog. I'm messing with you, dog.
I'm about to say you been a TV that long. You can't be tender like that.
Nah, bro. I'm just messing with you.
Tenders out there now.
Nah, Big, my dog. You know I was gonna give him a hard time, man. Yeah, I know my boy happy.
Hey, it's 2 games though now.
Nah, Big, we love you. Keep your spirit. Don't change, bro. Don't change. Keep your spirit. I love it.
Yeah.
We need.
Great job, Noah.
We need the accountability that you bring, big dog. Yeah, and shout out to Noah Brown though. Let's talk about Noah Brown, Big. Like we'll get on some football. Let's just talk about it, man. What's your thoughts on Noah Brown and his performance and just whatever else?
I mean, he made big catches. I mean, he had 5 catches for like 90 yards. I believe the game before he had like 7 catches for like 75 yards. So he was the top receiver, I believe, in the first game. I believe he's the top receiver in the second game. So, I mean, they said they trusted him. He's been in the program how long? I said he had 100 lives. He said he had more lives than the cat because every year he's still on the roster. And you saw a glimpse of it in 2020. Now, let's not say we didn't see a glimpse of it in 2020 because that was when he transitioned from the Garrett era of always blocking and always saying he could be a tight end to actually being a receiver. So we saw Mike McCarthy actually do it in 2020, but then he got injured in 2021, and it made us feel like the same thing over again. You always hurt, but hey, he stepped up. The team says they trust him. Dak trusts him. Obviously, Cooper Rush trusts him, and he made big catches when they mattered the most.
Yeah.
I mean, that one he caught that big touchdown. That wasn't an easy catch for that touchdown. And when he got the fourth down, I mean, he made big catches when it mattered the most. So shout out to Noah Brown.
Shout out.
Shout out to him, man. Hey, I've been putting the pressure on Noah Brown. He's been one of the guys that I've been putting down, and I gave him his flowers. He showed up in this game. And then he got his favorite toy. You know, Cooper Rush was the guy that was throwing the ball to him in training camp, and they still on that same page. So shout out to Noah Brown. But as more and more people see tape and information on him, they'll pick up his tendencies and they will try to take away his best moves. So as he climb up the ladder, just be sure that, you know, people will take a good deed of what he's doing and take it over. So that's just what it is.
Yeah. OC, what's your thoughts on Noah Brown? And then also, man, what's going on with the OC face? Yeah, come out and come back in, OC. Yeah. But Cowboy Max said this, and I'm going to kind of go back around the circle. He said, shout out to Donovan Wilson. Absolutely. Donovan Wilson did his thing.
Yeah, he did.
He did his thing, bro. Like, I said this. What's up, Buddha? I see Buddha in the house.
Shout out to you, Buddha.
Shout out to you, Buddha.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Donovan Wilson was like, who is Curse?
Yes. Yes.
Talk about it.
I mean, it was exciting, boss, because you remember how the first game we were all like, damn, Curse ain't playing. We were like, we need Curse playing. And then he's not playing the next game. Dono just comes right in because Dono was doing his thing in 2020, right? He was the guy. Like, he was that guy. And we were talking about him, boss, how he was turning up, playing the free safety, the strong safety, could play multiple. And then he just came in and he was laying the wood like he does, playing super aggressive.
Yep.
He was that aggressiveness. You could see it, the way he was hitting those guys, the way he was finishing those plays. It was exciting. And it makes you feel good because, once again, remember, it wasn't too long ago that we were talking about the safety position and how we were frustrated. Ooh. Why can't we get a safety? God. Safety. Now we ain't even talking about it.
We don't even care about safety no more.
And that's a great thing right now that you don't even talk about the safety position with the Cowboys, because you have a leader in J-Ron Curse who sat out. Dono comes right in, never misses a beat. And then you feel good about it. Mukamo came in there and made a couple plays himself. And I was excited about that. So that's just another young buck. And you got a Marquise Bell who ain't even smelling the field. That number 41 right there, who could probably be an up-and-comer later down the line. So you feel really good about the safety position and that safety room. Guys aren't costing a lot of money. Mm-hmm. They're inexpensive. So you feel good about that. The young guys behind them, you know how Stephen Jones, they ain't costing a lot of money. So you got about 5 good safeties around there that you can build around. So you feel good about the future with those guys.
Yeah, this is the contract year for Donovan Wilson, right? So they're going to be looking at this saying, all right, hey, keep doing what you're doing. And this could be a situation and scenario that we can get a compensatory pick down the line or something like that if they refuse to re-sign him. Now, my thing is, or they lose him in free agency. My thing is with this, you got J-Ron Curse just waiting. You lose size, right? But you gain speed out of Donovan Wilson and great angles. I mean, he was covering the field everywhere. He's a hit man, for crying out loud. And the only person that can slow him down was when the quarterback slides. So, and I've seen some people say, hey, they don't like that, but I don't want him to temper his aggressions. I want him to keep that aggressions, keep doing his thing. Just be a little bit smarter, of course. But I like what he was bringing to the table forcing against the run. But let's not be foolish. When J-Ron Curse get back, I still want to see J-Ron Curse out there because of the factor that he can play linebacker and that safety role. Not saying that Donovan Wilson can't, but I'm just looking at durability with Donovan Wilson. And at some point, we got to say to ourselves, we don't want the young man to get hurt.
Dracarys.
I was being too nice on that 5. I take that 5 back. That was all right, bro. I've been too nice on that, bro. That was kind of.
You gave more to fire than me.
That was kind of.
Mine was more fire.
Wait a minute, it was Kool-Aid-ish, you know.
No, it was kind of Kool-Aid.
I know Kool-Aid.
It was Kool-Aid, you know.
That wasn't Kool-Aid. It wasn't Kool-Aid.
I
I just felt like it was friendly. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta wait till you preaching. That's when I need to hit that dragon. I just want to hit the button too bad, you know.
Dracarys.
You know what I'm saying?
You just want to play that.
Just doing too much. Doing too much with them buttons.
Yeah,
that's
you're doing way too much. It's loud as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, OC, we got to get the OC up in here, bro. We got the OC film session and everything. And trust me, it's going to be fire. We got to get the OC up in here, man. Oh, I'm serious.
You got fire.
I'm serious.
We got the Kool-Aid crew,
we got boy, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. We got to get OC on the film breakdown.
Man, I did this film breakdown. I can't. I'm going to clap it up for myself because I was excited just doing it.
There you go.
There he is. Man, and he looking crispy.
Jay is hard as hell.
Salute. You got that right, Big. So, look, man, Noah Brown, man, is a guy that he's still a poor man's number 3 receiver. Happy that he had a good game this game.
Wait!
But listen,
I love OC. That's why I love
listen,
OC.
That boy's speaking facts, baby.
That's why I love
God,
OC.
no. We finna fight.
You know what?
Man, I'm hitting all the buttons. I don't care if y'all don't like it.
Listen, Boss Cowboy, stop being a fanboy.
Wait,
Thank you. He always does that. Comes in right on time for me. OC be having my back.
That boy called me a fanboy. God dog. OC. Man, that's Hoodie OC. That is not my homie. That's not my friend. That's Hoodie. I know Hoodie when I heard it, bro. That's very Hoodie.
Listen.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Straight business.
Listen. Listen.
All right.
Carefully. Just listen carefully.
Okay.
Listen. This was a good game by Noah Brown. The first half was scripted very well by Kellen Moore with some influences with Mike McCarthy. Okay? Moving forward, if you have a legitimate one cornerback or two cornerback, they're going to take Noah Brown out of the game. Okay? They're going to take him out of the game. So you're going to have to work. Listen. You're going to have to power run the football. You're going to have to continue to move CeeDee Lamb around. You're going to have to scheme and get him open. You're going to have to run trips, 2-9 routes, 1-2 route. Make sure he's open underneath. You're going to have to work him in the slot, use him in the screen game. Noah Brown is not the answer. I appreciate his first good game. Thank you, Noah Brown. We appreciate your service, sir. But we cannot depend on you as a long-term solution in this passing offense as we move forward and we play better football teams. That secondary that we played against, I'm grateful for the victory, but they didn't play well. They didn't play well, Boss Cowboy. And other secondaries,
OC?
They're not. I was being nice, Big. You said it all the way. I didn't think they were very good. And you're going to play better teams. And when you play better teams, they're going to neutralize Noah Brown because Noah Brown showed all in camp and Big Game James and Law. You tell me if I'm lying on this. You guys are camp guys. He could not get open versus good corners one-on-one. Tell me I'm lying.
He didn't got the speed.
Tell me I'm lying.
Oh, Steve, no, that's boss hating. That's boss hating, OC. That's boss hating, OC.
I ain't hating no nothing. I'm waiting on the dude to finish it. I'm gonna come back. Boy, I'm finna come back like.
Thank you, OC. I appreciate you.
Wait a minute.
OC be doing it.
Law, it look like it's me and you versus the OC and Big Game James, bro. I'm sensing some BS on them dudes right now, bro.
Hell no.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You drinking
Hold on,
Kool-Aid,
boss.
I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah, you are.
I feel you. I'm the Kool-Aid. I'm the steering committee of the Kool-Aid. I stir the Kool-Aid up and everything.
Come on over here, Law. Come on.
But I got to tell you,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, 3-1.
No, it ain't. No, I'm with Law. I'm with Law. I'm with Law.
Wait a minute.
I'm with it.
I'm gonna have to go with.
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid though, but I'm with it.
No. Because here's why I'm with the OC a little bit on this one.
Oh,
you got
a lot of
Lamb,
bit.
who is
A
your
lot of bit.
quote-unquote one. You got Gallup is your number 2. You can't tell me that Noah Brown is ahead of Gallup, is ahead of CeeDee Lamb. And matter of fact, when James Washington get back, you can't really tell me that he's going to be that far ahead of James Washington. Now, granted, he had 10 receptions. Hold on, he had 10 receptions for 159 yards in 2 games and 1 touchdown. That is equivalent to a number 1 wide receiver, what they do in a walk in the park. Come on, man, a walk in the park. That's what he did in 2 games. And you try to tell me that he is the number 1 receiver just because we are the 30th ranked offense in the National Football League? No, I like Noah Brown. I like Noah Brown, but he ain't a number 1. Not right now, man. Put that anointing on the way.
Not ever.
Man, okay, I done let everybody talk. I need everybody to hush because I'm finna shut everybody down.
Never.
I'm finna shut every. I'm gonna go and hit this for myself.
Go ahead. Okay. You just happy with that play.
Look at him burning it.
Come here, Big. I gotta talk to you. Come here, Big. You first, Big. You first. Let me talk about this. Cause see, listen, I ain't never changed. I'm always gonna be.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say
always gonna be a measure
of Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
I measured this. Now let's sip. All right, here we go. See, what I'm hearing, I'm gonna tell you what I'm hearing. Be a blue cup. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing major disrespect, dog. Because see, at Law, you so sneaky. You tried to throw in there like I was calling him a number 1. I never said that.
Oh, okay.
You never heard that. I never hinted that. I never even alluded to that. I measured this Kool-Aid. All I'm saying, and this is simple, is Noah Brown has played above expectation. Yes, he has. Yeah. And y'all not gonna give him that? Man, come on, bro. What is wrong with y'all?
I gave him that. But like OC said, going forward,
you Captain Obvious, Boss Cowboy. Captain Obvious.
That's not no cut. No, the way that y'all talked about him, you called him a number 3 and a number 4, and you got to be honest that he had number 2 production at least the last 2 weeks. Now, I'm not saying I'm sold that he's a number 2, but his production was decent, and y'all got to respect the fact that I played corner. Damn it. Okay. Everybody got to respect the fact that I know what I'm looking at, and this is what he's doing that's different. Hear me out. I want everybody to hear me out because I see a difference in his game. I'm going to tell you exactly what his difference is. Shout out to D-Rob. Shout out. Because this is what he added to his game. Very nuanced route running. Very. He done added a subtlety to his routes that causes separation. Is he explosive? No. Will he run away from you? No. He won't.
Eli Apple.
But he also had a good game against Tampa, bro. Y'all need to stop, bro. Y'all need to stop it right now. I'm sick of this.
I disagree with you with the nuance with the route running because he has to do that because he's not a world breaker with speed.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why he dropped in that draft.
I agree. And this is what I'm saying.
We are the 30th ranked.
This is what I'm saying.
By the way.
Yeah, and I don't care because that's based on yards. I want us to be ranked low. I want us to be a running team that has a low ranking because we keep the ball on the ground and we have long drives. I'm not impressed with number 1 yards, nor am I impressed with being 31. Nope. I want to win.
All right. So name me an NFL. Name me an NFL team. Hold on. Name me one NFL team, boss. Just random team.
I'm gonna say this. Because I see what you're trying to do. You're not gonna bait me into your side of it. Nope. I ain't falling for it. So this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. I think this is a good comp. I see Chris Carter-ish.
What?
You not listen. Okay, you gotta hear me out, bro. God dog.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
I can't stand y'all, bro. This is what This is what I mean by that. Listen, bro. Just listen.
No, there's nothing you.
Yes,
can
I can, bro. I can explain this easy. Chris Carter is, from this standpoint, Chris Carter was slow as a turtle. Am I right or wrong? I can't stand law. I hate law.
You can use that about.
Listen. Can y'all listen, bro?
What you measure with that Kool-Aid, bro?
No, listen.
Look how you listen. That's how.
Hey, he must be the Eagles.
No, man. Y'all gotta listen, dog. No, I'm saying. Listen, Chris Carter was slow. Chris Carter was slow, dog. But he got open with subtlety. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying he Chris Carter, dog. I'm not saying he Chris Carter. I'm saying Chris Carter is in terms of he's winning with subtlety. He's winning with he's winning with deceptive route running, and I'm watching it, bro. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand y'all, man. y'all trying to clown you, boy. But man, this is. Hey, listen, man.
Cowboy. Stop, okay? Stop.
Man, y'all. Hey, boss, put the camera on me right quick. Put the camera on me.
I ain't doing it, bro. I'm not gonna help you troll me. No.
Hey, boss, shoot up. Hey, hold on, Law.
I ain't gonna do it, bro. See y'all. Listen. Y'all playing to the crowd. This is evil, dog. What y'all doing is pure evil, dog. I'm not saying he's Chris Carter. I'm saying his game and the way he's trying to win is Chris Carter-ish. Where he's winning on routes like Chris Carter had to, because Chris Carter was slow.
No.
See, what y'all doing is just because I use the name Chris Carter, y'all trying to act like I equated them. I'm not calling him a Hall of Famer.
Well, they both went to Ohio State, right?
See, man, I can.
Oh. And what was Chris Carter at Ohio State? An animal.
He was.
What was Noah Brown at Ohio State?
A 7th rounder.
Thank you.
But I
get what you're saying. He's the Eagles, Chris Carter's. You know, Chris Carter went to the Eagles. You know,
but whatever, Law.
Chris Carter was a dog too. He just had a head case.
So, all right. All I'm saying is the way that I've been seeing him win is how Chris Carter was winning. Not speed, not even strength, subtlety. He putting a lot of deception in his routes now, and it works. It's you know who a perfect example? I shouldn't say his name because most people are not gonna know who he is. But this dude named Iglesias I used to play with. Man, this dude was slow. He ran like a 4.8 and was the hardest cover because he was smooth. His routes and subtlety and the ways he used to be able to get separation with a hesitation, you know, and having that good body language. I see it. Noah Brown, and that's why I said first, shout out to D-Rob, because you can see that he came out of this offseason with something in this game. I'm going to change the subject, though, man. I'm going to change the subject, though, man.
Michael Thomas. What about Michael Thomas?
Nah, different game. Michael Thomas is explosive. He run explosive routes. He real strong in his routes. Noah Brown is just subtlety. That's all, his game is.
What about Keyshawn Johnson? Somebody said Keyshawn Johnson.
Now Keyshawn is kind of.
Keys was tall. He was yanking that thing.
Yeah, Keyshawn, especially young Keyshawn, he was like a killer.
Slow man, Plexico Burris. That was
wound
Keyshawn.
Up.
Yeah, he was a killer. He was a real killer. Like, and that's not. And see, this is the thing. It's different types of receivers. You got the quick shifties, the Cole Beasleys, right? You got the possession guys, right? They really not route runners, but even if you in their hip, they go get it because they strong. Then you got the guys that are just nuanced. They just pure routes. It's clean. Like another guy that's like that was the guy that we Drummond. Drummond was like that. Drummond, he wasn't fast, but he's smooth. He's smooth, real smooth in his routes. And it's guys that get open just being smooth. That's what I see in this game. So, anyway, go ahead, OC.
No, man, look, I'm going to say this, man, just backing you up, bro, that, hey, he has gotten better. You can see that he has improved, right? He's gotten better. So he's done what he's supposed to do, come out here, catch footballs, and try to contribute to the offense. We just want to let this thing develop, Boss Cowboy, and not get the cart too far ahead of the horse as it relates to Noah Brown. This team has to do several things to be competitive when we play tougher opponents is the whole point, I think, to this conversation. And I think that they're going to have to continue to try to get CeeDee Lamb open. They need to, in my opinion, put Pollard in the slot, leave him and Ezekiel Elliott on the field at the same time, and they need to at least give Durkin some type of run, man, with his speed and athleticism. It's not going to hurt you, and you got a bunch of hurt wide receivers. And so, man, do something to add to the explosive nature of the offense besides running the football. So that's my point.
Yeah, hey. And we ain't canning the dude. I think that he improves tremendously. I like Noah Brown and his offense, and I can't think of anything else to say outside of the fact that he's going to get better. Cowboy Nation, especially when you add Gallup in, there's going to be less responsibilities for him, and as well as James Washington. I think that that's where the angle is going to be at. And now you would take a guy that's getting first wide receiver production, and he'll drop down to second and third, where he will be even more comfortable with his route concepts. So I truly believe that the Cowboys are onto something. But let's not forget, Noah Brown was known for his blocking, and that's what I really want to see him doing. When we get back to just running the football, 25 to 26, 27 attempts, that's where I want this team to be at.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. Now check this out. We go shift this real quick. Check this out.
Jerry, is the running back carry split kind of about what you expected it to be? Would you like to see more of a balance or more more heavy-handed towards Zeke?
I would say that I'd like to see Zeke because of what he does to the defense, what he physically does. I want to make sure that we give Zeke the load that the team deserves to have from him.
Let's pause and talk about that part. We go pick it up some more. But he said he will want to see more out of Zeke because of what Zeke does to a defense.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what's our thoughts on that?
Well, I go first then. I heard the announcers say just this past game that Tony Pollard reminded him of Fast Willie Parker. And I said, yeah, I've been saying that for years now. And then if you add in Jerome Bettis and Fast Willie Parker, they did some things together on the field. Now, I'm not saying that Ezekiel Elliott is the big bruiser, but he is a big bruiser. And what I like out of Ezekiel Elliott is the punishment type of runs that he can do, but he can also do it with grace. And you need both of those things to win this race. Huh? I'm rhyming.
I like that.
But here's the thing. I agree 1,000% with Coach Jerry Jones, because you got to give the ball to Ezekiel Elliott and then allow those defensive players to be softened a little bit so that when it's at toss play, you know how you play DB, boss. Either you're going to commit to tackle him on the outside or try to squeeze him inside. So if it's already worn down and now you got Tony Pollard with those 1-2 punches, we can see that big old play like a 44-yard run or a 50-yard run with a Tony Pollard by being cushioned by Ezekiel Elliott. So those two universes need to collide, and we need to see that every weekend.
Well, I mean, I'm going to just throw my 2 cents on it. I just basically flowing off of what Law said. I mean, it makes more sense. I mean, we talked about this early in the year. Ezekiel Elliott needs to be the starter, and you bring in Tony Pollard afterwards because Ezekiel you saw it at the beginning of the game. Ezekiel Elliott was softening up the defense with those 7-yard runs, 5-yard runs, and he's going into the teeth of the defense. He's not running out the defense. He's going into the teeth of the defense. Those guys have said time and time again they don't like tackling Ezekiel Elliott because he runs hard. And it is not like Ezekiel Elliott's some little dude. He's a strong, compact guy, so he's going to put some heat on you. and it's makes sense for it to bring Tony Pollard. Last year, he averaged 5.5 yards an attempt. He averaged 3.61 yards after contact. He had 17 explosive runs over 10 yards. So you see what he brings. Soften it up like they did. Throw a quick pass out to Tony Pollard like it did, and you saw what it is. And then what OC says, throw him in that slot, give them looks to where you see Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard on that field, and you don't know what's going to happen. I think that's what we want to see, where you don't know what's going to happen. And if you just take them off one play, you run them, and then you run them off the field. Keep them on the field, because now that defense is like, okay, both of them will stay on the field 3-4 straight plays. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what to do. And now you can do some things out of that. So I think that's where I feel OC, keep them on the field a little bit longer and not make it predictable and letting them know when you're switching off and on.
21
personnel. Well, committing to running the football with Ezekiel Elliott is the equivalent to a boxer being committed to body punching, you know? And so when a boxer is committed to body punching, at first it looks like it's not effective. But when you get later in the rounds, the hands start to drop. The punches they throw are not as hard because that guy is getting tired. Because you hitting him in his body, hitting him in his liver, hitting him in his sternum, hitting him in his stomach, right? And then all of a sudden, bam, here comes a knockout shot. And that's what the Cowboys had perfected in 2016, 2017 with Ezekiel Elliott when he came into the league, and they got away from that for a variety of reasons. So Ezekiel Elliott is still a guy that has enough speed. If you take bad angles, and he showed that in his last game, he still can hit that edge if you take a bad angle on him. But he's still powerful enough and has the endurance and the stamina to finish games. And if the Cowboys are going to run while Dak Prescott is out, they're going to have to be committed to giving Ezekiel Elliott at least 18 to 25 carries a game, because he's going to be at his best when he gets over 15 to 16 carries. That's when he gets in a rhythm. That's when he starts to pound defenses. And, man, those linebackers looking at him running downhill at 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and guess what? Those boys are starting to get tired. And they make decisions. And then that's when he pops off that long 20 or 30-yard run, you know, when it's most important.
And because, see, Jerry is saying a lot. I'm going to get back into Jerry, but he is also saying a lot. And Jerry, to me, I'm being honest, is talking good football. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people, when they get into this debate on Pollard versus Zeke, they talk about averages and bursts. Most people don't talk about the pain of tackling Zeke. That's the thing that you got to factor in. Him running into you, him lead blocking for you, him blocking and laying you out. The physicality. And that's why I felt Jerry when he say, I owe it to the team. Like, and it's a big thing. And he's more physical than Murray. He's more physical than Murray was. And I'm hearing the urgency pick up in Jerry that he's not liking Kellen Moore. I'm starting to hear more divide with Jerry than with Steven on this.
Now, you say, well, doesn't that take away from the obvious out there? Pollard made those big plays and can make those big plays. He's juice. You can see what the zip that he adds to the offense. And we've just got to do both. We've just got to take advantage of the fact that we've got this both these guys that can really give that defense heck. So I'd like to see a continued use. I'd like to answer your question. I'd like to see both used about 20% more.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one right there.
See, I like when your boss is saying, run the ball.
Yeah.
I love it. See, and he gave a number. That means he 20%. Looked at the touches and was like, not enough. Hey, y'all, This is why we got to keep the pressure up.
Right. It echoes down there, man. It do, and, getting more touches, man, gives you more possibilities of winning. Because when you look at the stat line and you look at even the first and the second quarter, the Cowboys ran the ball efficiently. I think it just seems as if though Kellen Moore ran out of plays and he started doing shotgun, toss left, toss right, and the defense was able to pick up on that. But if he get into the groove of getting those offensive linemen, and I need to know from the OC, when those boys got in that rhythm, and you can just see Terence Steele, he went from one side of the field all the way to the another, just looking for somebody to just beat up. And I love that. And then Tyler Smith got the same type of mentality. Can you break down the fact that this offensive line was like getting giddy when they was running that ball?
Yeah, man, because it's demoralizing to the defense, man. When you can line up and physically maul the other guy. Listen, one of my old coaches said something in college that I love, and I live by this. He said, listen, football is the only sport that you can physically assault a man, and it's completely acceptable, and you won't go to jail for it. And so what running the ball in the NFL, man, these linemen are assaulting these guys. They running downhill. They're getting physical. They're at their best. They're going forward instead of backwards, and it just gives confidence. And it takes a lot of gas out of that defense. On that long run to Pollard, it was Tyler Smith that pulled around the trap block and sealed that linebacker to get Tony Pollard that seam up the sideline. Same thing on the run with Ezekiel Elliott. And you know how Terence Steele is at this point, man. He's a wild animal. Terence Steele likes to finish boys and put boys in the dirt. He loves to do it. He loves to do it. So use the team and play to your team's strengths. Don't play to your concepts. Recognize the team's strengths. Play to your team's strengths. And that's the formula for the Cowboy to finish winning football. And not to boot is this too. Your defense is a good defense. Your defense played really, really well, gave up a late touchdown in the second half to Tampa Bay that ended up causing us to lose that game. If you run the football, you take away a couple of those possessions late in the game. So the pressure on your defense is light as well by you effectively committed to running the ball as well.
OC, well, since you talked about that, how about we just kick it off with a film session?
The OC.
The film breakdown.
All right, here we go.
All right, so if you look at this particular play, what you notice, you'll see Tyler Smith work around. You'll see him get the seal inside. All right, and just beautiful, man, beautiful. Look at Tyler Smith. Boom! You see that seal? That was the play that sprung him right there. Right, and then there it is, man. Touchdown. Well, almost a touchdown anyway. So great job, man. So he's being physical. Tyler Smith is showing that he can work around a down block, get busy. If you look at Steele, he's running and chasing. So
look at Steele. Ooh, Steele moving. Can I rewind that real quick, OC?
Yeah, that's the play I was talking about too.
Look at Steele.
I can see it.
Steele moving, dog. Look at Steele.
Lyle Collins wouldn't.
Say, bro, that's the future tackles.
Lyle Collins was out there fighting for his life versus Micah Parsons. He was fighting for his life. He was like, "Oh no, you ain't just embarrass me." So, all right. So you see Tyler Smith, great block by him, and then great block by the center, Batty.
Look at Tyler. Yeah, look at Tyler.
So Tyler got the kick. Look, Tyler got the kick. So notice this, and they running. So Tyler got the kick.
Bam!
Tyler got it,
nice
and then you got a kick in the seal, and he's up the seam, and that's just about a touchdown. So that just is a great design, and it's showing the athleticism and the ability of these guys to run. Now this is a counter trap play. I love this play with Farrakhan and Tyler Smith pulling around the horn. So you're going to have a down block double team, front side up to the play side linebacker. You're going to have Matt Farrakhan run on the inside first here. And then there he is. Look at that. Nice crease. Beautiful crease. Great execution by the offensive line. Everybody got what I call their run fits on that particular play, and then off we go. So here we got the down block by Terence Steele. You got Matt Farrakhan pulling around, so you're going to see Matt Farrakhan here. So look at the down block first. Down block, kick out. seal. Down block, kick out, seal. Down block, kick out, seal. That's what you guys just saw. Right now, you see the linebacker no man's land. He's about to get blocked, and then you got Tony Pollard squirting through for a huge game.
Perfect.
Mr. Nasty time.
I'm talking about perfect, dog. Look at that. Look at that lane, bro. I could have ran this.
Rookie, though. Look at that rookie, though, Jake
Ferguson. Ooh,
yeah.
That thing is blocked.
Jake from State Farm.
Ooh, I'm talking about they blocked. Can I rewind that, OC?
Yeah, man. Do it one more time because the fans need to see it, right? So
that's two rookies.
Yeah, so when you see it, you see down blocks on the front side, and then Jake, pause it right there. Jake Ferguson does a great job recognizing that 55 overran the play. So Jake Ferguson comes off and seals him from his overrun position, which creates the seam for Tony Pollard to get north and south. You have a great kick out block by Matt Farnock pulling. You have a fantastic seal block or up block by Tyler Smith coming around the horn. And this is physical football, and it doesn't get any better than this, man. If you like physical football, and remember, Jake Ferguson is from Wisconsin. Those boys line up and run a football, so this ain't new to him. He's used to this.
Y'all write this down. The highlight people ain't gonna go over this.
Boom. Look at, he's through. Boom. Now we running. Now we just running. And that's when you turn a football game into a track meet, and that's when it's all good. So now you got Micah versus La'el Collins. And La'el is doing some of the same stuff he did when he was with the Cowboys, right? He has an okay kick, but his feet are slow. He's gonna lunge and lean, overset. And so then here we go. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. Whoop, whoop. And overset, and then Micah Parsons is in there for the sack. So
OC, can you explain overset, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to explain overset. So what overset means is that you're supposed to maintain your foot on the inside half of the defensive end rushing up the field. If you get toe-to-toe with the defensive end, it means that you overset him, which gives him a two-way go. That means he can continue to rush outside, or in this case, he can cut underneath you and come straight to the quarterback, which is what Micah Parsons does in this scenario. Now, there's some cardinal sins with La'el Collins. The same things we saw last year. He lunges and he's slow getting depth. All right. So if you rewind that one more time, just for the people to see, so you guys can see this. La'el Collins, if you look at the right tackle, he lunges with the hands. He gets his weight over his knees, and he doesn't get depth. He gets width, which is a mistake with a person like Micah Parsons. He easily comes inside, tracks the guy down, gets the sack. With Micah Parsons, if you have any chance of blocking this kid, you got to get depth. You cannot get width because you're giving him a two-way go. He's too quick. He's too explosive. You have no chance to block him one-on-one.
There you go. Yeah.
Here it is. Too much. Whoop, there it is. So he turns La'el Collins around. he turns
got that
around,
boy doing
man.
a speed turn.
Hey,
only
cornerback for you. OC, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Can I say that also that La'el Collins is still too top heavy, and that's one of the reasons why he still has these issues. If you look at him, he's big up top, and isn't that hinder his mobility when he's trying to do what you're talking about when he's oversetting those things because he's too top heavy, and it's harder for him to be able to move around and be able to counteract the movements of the defensive player when he's coming at him?
Yeah, big. I think it's technical. I also think it's weight. It's weight and technique, right? Because when your weight is too much, man, it's harder for you to get out your stance quick. Also, the mobility in the hip, I still think he's okay, but his hip is not the same as it was. I'm looking at him because he labors when he kicks. He labors. It's not a smooth kick. He labors, right? That means that he's conscientious of moving that leg back. The same kind of stuff we saw when he was here for all those people that hated on Boss Cowboy Sports for pointing out what we saw and breaking down film. All right, so it's the same thing we saw last year. We see it with Cincinnati now, and he's doing an okay job because he's a big, strong guy, right? He has long arms. That's his benefit. But technically, some things to be desired.
All right, we got the second sack.
All right, second sack, and this is just unfair. All right, so if you look at this particular play, this is just unfair, right? First of all, why did you leave the left tackle one-on-one? You got a back right there. Help the guy out, right? But no, you'll leave one-on-one. So go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. Get a sack. So Micah, here he is, Micah, with the slap and the lean, and he's there. That's it. Just too much speed. He slaps he leans, he's there. He slaps the hands, he leans in, and he finishes, right? He finishes the hoop, right? So he closes the distance, and then that's it, man. It's easy money.
How would you conclude this film session, OC?
Man, I would say that the Cowboys need to do what they do best, is continue to run the ball downhill a variety of ways. I love the trap. Oh, man, I love the counter trap. I love running toss sweep, or pulling toss sweep, right, with lead blockers being your offensive lineman. And, you know, what Dan Quinn has to continue to figure out ways to get Micah Parsons one-on-one, and his production is going to be fantastic. I think he took him off the line. He put him on the line. He's going to have to move Mike around and be even more creative. As long as he does that, Micah Parsons is going to probably get 1 to 3 sacks a game, lead the league in sacks, and then off we go, man. So that's what we got to do.
Hey, we need the hoodie for the thumbnail, big dog.
All right, man. I got you, big bro. I got you, big bro. I got you, man.
All right, a couple of still poses, big dog. No motions. There it is. All right, that's all I needed. And there it is. That's it. Hoodie OC. There it is. That's the film session, man.
The OC.
All right, back to gossip.
The film breakdown.
Appreciate that, OC. All right, man. Now, this is something that's just on my heart. Can I just talk about what's on my heart? And we go talk about this from a very sensible place. So my boy Dennis Houston got cut. What does that mean? Does that mean Michael Gallup, or does that mean Peters? Can somebody help me?
They're gonna elevate somebody
What
up
about
to
Tolbert?
the 53.
Oh,
That was a unique thing, because a lot of people said that Tolbert was a guy that was only reason why Dennis made the team is because of Tolbert was hurt. But I was out there. I didn't see Tolbert elevate in front of Dennis, though. I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So what's getting ready to happen? Is it getting ready to be Peters, or is it getting ready to be Michael Gallup? I would bet that it's Peters.
It's got to be Peters. It can't be Gallup. He can't be ready.
Yeah.
I just don't
Gallup's
believe. I
not
just
ready.
do not
Don't
believe that
rush
he
him.
is ready.
I don't believe it either.
He is-
Thank you, Big.
It's not ready. You don't mess with that. I mean, don't mess with that right now. Don't mess with that man's career. That's what I feel like in my heart. Don't mess with that man's career. He's the good guy that y'all love. He does everything right for your organization. Do the right thing and let him rest all the way up and get that knee all the way right so he can be fully effective for this team instead of trying to rush him out there. Figure it out. You just had Noah Brown. You heard what OC said about my feelings about him too. But Tolbert need to get his butt out there. You've been drafted in the third round. You caught 92 balls last year for 1,400 yards. You was explosive. You had 9 touchdowns. They're very high on you, not just with the Cowboys, across the league. So you need to step up, dog, and get in there. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses. You third rounder. Along with Nashawn Wright, you a third rounder last year. You ain't even smelling the field. Nobody talking about him being inactive.
Right. And I was just talking about the 48-man active day roster for the people that don't know. They was like Law, he was already on the 53. We know that about Tolbert, but he's a third-round draft pick, and he need to be out there on the field.
Yeah, man. I'm going to echo that again. I think that the mistake that some rookies make is getting comfortable because you're in a professional environment. You're getting a check. People are treating you well, and you got that 1 year get it together type deal. But NFL means not for long, man. And you better prove your worth and show that you can do something out here. Or they going to be looking to replace you or to put you down on that depth chart. So this is business. And my advice, if it's any way possible, man, get out on that field, make your contributions early, and try to solidify yourself.
So when you get out there, you can't have bad tape, because once you have that bad tape, they can put you right back in the doghouse. And I really believe, and before you go, boss, this was just horrible for Dennis Houston. 2 receptions for 16 yards, and now he got bad tape out there. And if he don't get picked back up with the Dallas Cowboys, this could be kumbaya for him. So he gonna have to figure out a way.
So also going to Peters, because we mentioned Peters, right? Who I think is going to be. It makes sense to me because obviously he signed and the whole thing was about trying to get him ready. putting him with some professionals for a couple of weeks because he coming off the couch. Obviously, he been working out. He likely been, but they needed to put him in a professional organization. They didn't want to just throw him out there, So I think it's Peters. So with it being Peters, so
Tyler
for
at
that,
tackle.
Yeah, man. Let me jump in here.
Ooh, man, it is getting messy.
Yeah. No, listen. Let me
it.
straighten this whole thing out, Boss Cowboy. I'm gonna straighten this whole thing out in about 2 or 3 sentences here. Listen, Jerry Jones said he's happy with the offensive line. When he went back and evaluated the last couple games, he's happy with the offensive line, and he was trying to actually hold his tongue a little bit. I could hear him thinking as he's talking and try not to give away too much, right? But what he did say is this. He used a key term. He said position flex. Well, Jason Peters definitely gives us some flexibility, some position flex, right? We heard that term last year. Boss Cowboy. Position flex means that we go use you where we need to use you, if we need to use you. He's not rushing Jason Peters out there. I think he's highly impressed with Tyler Smith, and I think they want to let this young man develop. I think if Tyler Smith struggles and they need to get Peters out there, they will. But there's no indication of him struggling. There's no indication that we need to rush him out there. And I think that if Jason Peters plays, he's a borderline Hall of Fame. Some people say he's a surefire Hall of Famer. That's great. I'm not going to argue that either way. You putting him at left tackle, you moving Tyler Smith to guard if that's the scenario. But Jerry Jones also mentioned we got Connor McGovern coming right around the corner, right? So he likes him. So I'm saying this. I say right now, he said he's not going to bring him out this Sunday. He already said that in the interview. That's what Jerry said, right? So Peters is not playing this Sunday. I think he's not going to rush him. He's going to take his time with it. But then I'm going to let y'all go. But then I'm going to be messy and say what I think they should do. And I'm going to help Callan out after y'all go.
Well, I'm going to jump in there right now and say leave that young rookie at tackle. Leave him there.
Fact.
He came in. He showed what he could do. Just watch him play. He's there. I'm not saying he's there. He's not polished, but you can already see that's like a young Tyron. Like you watch him, that strength, that young cockstrong strength, that athletic ability. Y'all saying better. I'm taking y'all's word. But why move him now? You just said let's go ahead and throw him out there. Now he's killing it. Why move him? Peters is 40 years old. You need that athletic ability on that left side that he brings to the table that Jason Peters is not going to do at this part of his career. It would make more sense if you say anything to Peters moving the guard, because him being slower and older, it would be easier for him to play in the space of a guard than the tackle. If I'm bouncing off OC, if I'm saying that correctly, would you say that?
Right.
I think to your point, Big. I think that you can look at Peters as a guard, and I think he will be just a tremendous guard, right? But I think at this point in his career, I don't think they go change his position. I think if you move him in, then you're bumping one of these guards out, and you're probably putting Tyler at left guard. That'll be my opinion. But I think it's no need to rush the fella because, listen, Jerry Jones said his intentions. He said, look, it gives us a lot of flexibility, right? Which means that, man, you are a security blanket signing, right? And we were scared. We didn't know what we were going to get out of Tyler Smith. In other words, let me translate. We didn't know Tyler Smith was going to play this good the first couple games.
Yep.
Because if he was playing bad, we would rush your butt out there.
Facts.
But you know what? We ain't going to rush your butt out there because Tyler Smith is playing pretty good. So this is giving us now flexibility and options. And you know what? Let me go on record and say this. Tyler Smith is a football player. Man. This dude is a football player.
Oh, my.
He's a real deal football player. Straight up.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I've been thinking, bro? I've been thinking we got us a low-key Slater, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean by that. Y'all hear me out. See, Slater could play tackle and he could play guard, bro, at a very high level. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm with you.
That's what I'm saying. See, I could have got you. I could have got you back. Ooh, I could have got you back for how you tried to do me on my receiver. Ooh, I could.
To my Noah Carter, yeah.
But what we comparing?
Yeah.
But we comparing is, you know, a guy that can actually play both. That's what we saying. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what the OC saying. And I think you made a hell of a case, OC. My thing is, let me push back at you just a little bit, OC.
Come on.
And it's not too bad. It's not even a versus. But what about Fournier? Like, if we trying to have the best five, who will be the best five? I wouldn't want Jason Peters sitting on the side, right? If we can be better. Now, I do like the fact that Fournier, even though he done got pushed back a little bit, I like the fire I see in Fournier. I think he's where he's supposed to be, given the fact that it's his first time really getting some game reps. I want to get your thoughts on that, OC, and go around the circle.
Yeah, man. Well, remember, Matt Farniok is a second-year player, and he looked pretty good at center versus Philadelphia last year. This is like his first two, pretty much, let's just say, starts. So Matt Farniok he's made some mistakes on some plays, but overall, Matt Farniok has been solid. He hasn't been a liability, and he definitely ain't got a whole bunch of holding penalties going back to a person that previously played there. All right. So his upside, to me, he looks like he's a guy that could be a really solid to really good starter for you based on his upside. So I'm not mad at Matt Farniok being there either. It's all about what you want to do if you're the Cowboys, right? Do you want to build this thing for the future, or are you looking for the now? If you're looking for the now, you put Jason Peters in, you bench Matt Farniok saying, okay, you prove you can play, and you bump in Tyler Smith to left guard. If you're looking for the future, you say, you know what, I'm riding with these young pups. We're playing with a backup quarterback anyway. We're not getting Dak back to later on in the season anyway. We go run the ball and play action anyway. So let these guys develop, let these guys gel, and you know that they love to get people on a discount. So what greater discount could you get with a starting left guard that was undrafted or drafted super late, and Matt Farniok, if he can develop into a really good starter, right? Now, here's the conundrum, Law, and I see you over there getting ready to load and shoot, Law. But here's the deal: you signed Jason Peters, right? So now you got a conundrum, because then Jerry Jones said you got Tyron Smith coming back, right? Which is way late. If he comes back, that's gonna be like in December. So I'm not worried about that right now, right? This is what you could do. Let Kellen Moore be creative. You could come out with a jumbo package. That's what you could do. If you get, think about this, if you get Connor McGovern back, you could come out with a jumbo package, and you could put Peters and or a McGovern at the other tight ends. You could have them as tight ends. That's a power jumbo package, and you could knock the snot out of some teams, and you can get all seven of them on the field that way and run downhill and have everybody begging for mercy. That's what you could do.
I do like it. I do like it. On the third and short.
I digress.
Look, DOC and Boss. I know you guys probably dibble and dabble with this. Which one is better, term life or whole life?
Whole life.
Policy. Whole life is yeah, and then the term life got those cash out policies, right?
No, the whole life got the cash out option. The term life
you got the cash out. So you saying the whole life is good, right?
Yeah, the whole life is great.
Yeah. So that's great. So can you cash out when the first 2 or 3 months? Can you just go ahead and cash out?
Nah, you got to build that cash into it. I'm licensed in life insurance.
Licensing it. Now, Jason Peters, he's supposed to be able to build himself up before we cash up out of there. And what we don't want to do is try to go through the process to attempt to cash out on the front end. And what I look at it like this, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening, it's just like this. You ever heard that sign that says, in case of emergency, break glass? If you already broke the glass, then it's over with. That's your, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is let Tyler Smith continue to develop. Let him continue to grow. Right now, it's not broken. He is good. There's no case of an emergency. You don't want to
Agreed.
outshoot your leverage with this. And on top of that, you got a hell of an insurance policy, like you just said, a whole life of policy right there in Jason Peters. So you don't want to try to cash out too soon. Now, granted, it looks good on paper, but I've been trying to tell people right now that you do not want to peak in September and October. And the teams that's 2-0 right now said, Law, you just saying that because your team 1-1. No, I've been saying this before the season even started.
Yeah, man. And I ain't gonna lie, Jason Peters, he messed up coming in here talking about. He didn't know who he was talking about. Hey, I just want to help. If I have to mentor, I'll mentor. If it's Steven, like, okay, you gonna sit on that bench. But you dealing with Steven Jones. Steven think you a bastard.
Hey, man,
You're not even one of his. And I'm not saying a bastard the curse word way. I'm saying it like illegitimate. Free agents, he ain't got no respect for no free agents. He gonna go with them young guys. We already knew. we could have skipped this segment.
And look, it's a win for Jason Peters, man, because look, Jason Peters is 40 years old, man. Like, Jason Peters was chilling out on his land out in East Texas, doing his thing. He didn't play. He's had a great career. It's like, okay, I'm coming to Dallas, I guess in some shape, and I get these game checks. So it's not like a bad situation for Jason Peters. It's not like he's being slighted. It's like he's there if we need you, type of deal.
And shout out to Big Game James, bro. Big Game James, he over there being humble. But shout out to you, big dog, for real, because you bet on Tyler. You know what I mean? And you said something, and I went back and I reviewed him after you said this. You said, boss. You said, boss, you know this. You from DFW. You say he go die out there trying to defend his city. And I went back and I was like, let me go research his mental. And I started listening to him in them interviews, bro. What does it say about him to be thrown out there, lose all that weight that fast? What does that say about him as a pro, Big?
I mean, it just said he's a pro's pro. He came in. I mean, when we listened to his interview, I think that's when I started getting excited about him. But when I found out he was from the DFW, I think that's the main thing that excited me the most. He took pride in that, and y'all already know how we take pride in that. You already know, Oak Cliff. You already know, you feel me, boss, that it's pride. And especially when you're playing for your team and people are doubting you, you definitely are taking it personal. And for an offensive lineman, OC knows you're going in there trying to prove a point. You want to prove to the world, and you're playing in the trenches. I mean, what better is it to really prove it to the world when you're playing in the trenches? I mean, I feel like you get a little bit more respect. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's earning this respect very rapidly. And it just like, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. So just leave it the way it is. And just like you said, Connor McGovern is coming back. Connor McGovern hasn't been playing bad in this offseason. I know he got hurt early, but he was looking okay rolling with Tyler Smith. So you still got a guy that you can throw back in there in Connor McGovern, and you can put Farinaut back on the bench. He's only a second year, so it's not like his ego is going to be bruised like he came in like he was a first-round draft pick by putting him back on the bench. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll be okay. So you can be able to throw a Connor McGovern right in, and like y'all saying, Jason Peters can sit there and slow cook, and we just use you when we need you. And just like you just said, boss, Steven Jones is going with these young players.
Yep.
He wants all the young players he can get on that field.
Yep.
Period. He don't want no old players. So if these young players show any kind of goodness on that field, they're staying there.
Yep. What does it say, Law? What does it say, OC, about Tyler Smith as a professional to do what he did? Because I ain't going to lie. I was expecting him to struggle. I wasn't expecting him to this early with no reps to even show that he can get to a place of dominating. I'm like, what's y'all thoughts on this, Law and OC? I'm gonna go with you first, Law.
Well, this is the process right here. This is the Sean Lee 2.0 process, meaning that Tyron Smith may just disappear. They may just say, hey, hey, man, we like your services, man.
Romo, part two.
Yeah, Romo, point two. 2.0 Romo, because they're going to give that type of agreement to Tyron Smith while Tyler Smith takes over. And next year, we should be looking at the best guard in this draft to fit right on in. And then our offensive line would be pretty much solid. I'll still say in the third round, still second or third round, still look at another guard or something. You know,
we might sign Connor McGovern cheap. Shoot, you know how
throw him some bread.
Yeah. So we like our guys.
We like.
Remember, they didn't
guys.
trade him for a reason. They didn't let him go in draft capital for a reason. This could be the reason why. That they got him, and you know he's not going to cost a lot of money because he hasn't played.
Right,
falling right into the Stephen Jones's hands.
Trap.
And then I think Matt Walesko will be your swing tackle. You know, Josh Ball, they probably let him bounce off. You know,
and I like it.
So this offensive line for the future
is looking good.
I think what they need to do is, if I see 3 more games of Terence Steele, you know. Breaking news out of Arlington, Texas. The Cowboys signed Terence Steele to a 4-year deal. You know, what y'all think about that? Because they can go ahead and re him up.
Hey, bro, that's why I put when I saw Terence Steele running downfield like this, looking like he was sprinting. I said, bro, that's the new era. That's the first thing when I looked at both of them bookends, I was like, oh my God.
That's your future right there.
That's your future. That's the next 9 years right there. Y'all get ready. That's your next 9 years right there. Woo, wait, Dak. God,
and a beautiful thing, the gorgeous thing about this, man, is that Terence Steele is young. Tyler Smith is young. Tyler Smith is 21 years old.
Yeah.
Woo. He's 21.
Woo.
So imagine him at 24, still not at his physical peak. He still won't be at his physical peak at 24. All right. That won't happen until he's probably 26 to 28, probably. Right. So look, man, he's going to be an all-world type guy if he continues to work and keep his head down. What this shows is that he's committed, he's disciplined, and it shows that he's a very, very fast learner. Okay, that's what this shows. He's a very fast learner, and what I said earlier, this dude is a football player. He's just a football player, and he wants to do it. So, you know, breaking news law is going to be the Cowboys extend Tyler Smith 5 years, $88 million. You know, it's going to be something like that. Like, they're going to pay this man buku dollars, right, if he continues to be at that left tackle position and he continues to grow and mature. And that's what it's looking like. We're going to let this year play out, but I'm saying on a preliminary level, that's what this is looking like.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They got that 5-year deal on Tyler Smith, though. 5 years they got that man about to go next.
Hey, I'm going to touch this. I'm going to get off of this real quick. But I got to say this. Boy, I swear I wish we was a small market team. I swear I wish we was a
Whoa, what'd he say?
Man, this dude, Steve Young, said, I want Dak Prescott to really study Cooper Rush. Man, if you don't get your money, he said, it's doing the fundamental things that can really help Dak when he comes back. Man, if you don't, man, I'm so sick of people using the Dallas Cowboys as clickbait. That's all I want to say, bro. I'm so sick of it. Like, it's only the Dallas Cowboys to where you will have a franchise quarterback who was a top paid quarterback that the national media would literally say some dumb stuff like he need to learn from his backup. I ain't never heard that. And with 2 games,
I didn't even know he said that. Dog, look, it's a lot of detractors out there. And it's a lot of people that will equate 2 games over. How many games he played? Like 60 games, 70 games, Dak. But I get it, right? Those 2 games that Cooper Rush played, it was phenomenal, right?
No, it wasn't. No, it was not phenomenal.
It was good. It was good. 30, dog.
It was good, though. It was good. But it wasn't phenomenal. What Dak did as a rookie, that was phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but it is what it is at this point. And Dak Prescott at this point will forever be the worst quarterback that never in the Cowboys history, right? He's the worst. I've never seen a quarterback worse than Dak Prescott at this point, because I guess this is what it is. He won by sheer luck. He's lucky throwing the ball. He can't read defense. He don't throw with anticipations. He got 104 some QBR or passer rating by mistake. It was all everybody else. It just seems as if though I don't know what else to say. He just what it is.
Oh man, bro, it's so agitating, bro. I'm so agitated, bro. It just get on my nerves. And then you see it coming from people that you know better. I can see if it's a novice fan. Cause it is people who genuinely be like, Cooper Rush, he threw with some anticipation. He was really out there gunslinging. I'd be like, all right, if y'all call that gunslinging where he almost got intercepted 4 times, 3 could have been directly interceptions that could have went for touchdowns. Okay, that's gunslinging, sure. I'm glad he got heart, because I do know Cooper Rush got heart. But the disrespect of Dak, man, it gets so old. And it be coming from your own people, your own local media, your own Cowboy fans. It'd be like, what in the...
Ain't nothing we can say about, man. They gonna take Steve Young. People can hate Steve Young their entire life, but they say, hey, I believe in Steve Young now.
I like it.
Steve Young said, man, I'm gonna hear this because I heard it all with Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
Kurt Warner, he wet the bed in the Super Bowl. I'm sitting here like my guy Larry finna get him a ring. Kurt Warner get all the way down to the end zone. He steps back, clean pocket. He throws the ball directly to that dude. I forgot his name. Harris, whatever. He took the ball all the way to the other side. I said, Kurt Warner. I said, God, dog, you must have been smoking marijuana, because he sure wasn't hitting nothing, man.
You got that button? Where that button at?
Which one?
The one that smoke weed every day.
Oh, yeah.
Where that
I got you right here.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, man, that boy was on that good. And see, I'm going to go and say it. I figured out Dak versus Romo is like Democrats versus Republicans. They never coming together. It's nothing you can do. You not converting them. You are not. It's no conversion. No. And I'm seeing it. These are the same people that was talking about, ooh, y'all better look out for the red rifle. The same people. And it be your own people. It be like, and it's so sad, Law, Big, and OC. It is sad to me. I didn't want to even go this long on this. But it is sad when even outside people be looking at us like, I take Dak in a heartbeat. How many times, Law, have you had this conversation with another fan of another team?
My brother literally said he would take Dak over Jimmy Garoppolo. And I don't think that nobody just watching football right now, just watching this page, watch more 49ers football than he did.
Right.
And the craziest thing is, this is the same song and dance. We heard the storyline even when we had Tony Romo. I heard it. Hey, man, that Cal Orton, man, shoot. I'd rather have Cal Orton over Tony Romo. I don't forget stuff. Hey, man, that John Kitna, man. Hey, man, John Kitna. And then they moved it down a little bit further. You see, Cowboy fans don't remember, but I remember. Man, that Brandon Weeden, man.
That Brandon Weeden. Ooh, Brandon Weeden over Romo.
Man. I think in 2015, if we would have started Kellen Moore a little bit earlier, I'd be like, come on, man. I'm like Cowboy fans. They always love the backups, and they always make some outlandish stuff. Y'all remember Cal Orton?
The underdog.
He did beat us. He did beat us one time when he was with Chicago.
Real quick, man. Real quick, boss, man. Let's take a quick like break, man. We got 200 people watching on Boss Cowboys channel, man. We got 90 likes. Y'all please take a minute, hit the like button. Also on Law Nation's channel, Big Game James. You guys take a moment and please hit that like button. And if you hadn't subscribed, please subscribe. friendly and gently to the channels as we produce this marvelous content. All right,
this how they treating us right here, bro. They just putting a brick wall right in. Listen, if y'all don't come in here hit them likes, man, that's like talking to bricks. Y'all can't do us like that, man. Y'all love us better than that. I already know y'all do. Come on now.
And bro, I done heard it all, man. Matt Castle. I ain't gonna stop. Matt Castle threw a ball that was so bad that it was picked off, and then the officials like, man, we're going to call intentional grounding because ain't nobody there. He was the first quarterback in NFL history to throw an intentional grounding to Dale Reeves, and they said, we're going to call intentional grounding even though it was an interception. I can't make this stuff up. And then I'll never forget when we got the acquisition of Mark Sanchez. These idiotic Cowboy fans were saying, well, at least Mark Sanchez went to the AFC Championship. That makes him better than Romo. Yeah, I'd rather have butt fumble Sanchez over Romo. It never fails. Now it's just shift blaming. Now it's Dak Prescott. Now it's Cooper Rush. He finna be light it up. I want Cooper Rush to light it up.
Me too, but come on.
But now it's gonna be all of this.
Dog. And that's why I first started by saying I wish we was a small market team, bro.
Right.
I really do. I really wish I was a Cowboy fan, but with Detroit reputation. All right. Last thing we gonna talk about, man, and I know that's what the people want to hear, man, what we getting ready to talk about, man. Obviously, let's talk about them Giants, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's up with them Giants, man?
Yeah. Big Game James just said word, right?
He there. He there.
Yeah,
he there. Yeah, my dog there. Yeah, let's start with you. Wake up, Big. What's up on the Giants, dog?
I mean, I'm just listening to y'all. You feel me? I'm just listening to y'all, taking in that good knowledge from y'all. You feel me? But if we're talking about these Giants right quick, they're 2-0. But we can't jump up and down. They can't jump up and down. They beat the Tennessee Titans, who are 0-2. They beat the Carolina Panthers, who I believe are 0-2, correct? So that's two teams that haven't won a game. So we can't jump up and down, or they can't jump up and down like they beat somebody. And when we still look at their quarterback situation, I think Daniel Jones is only averaging 185 yards passing. They're more run-dominated. Saquon Barkley went crazy his first game, tempered a little bit in his second game, but they are really using Daniel Jones as a run quarterback, throw quarterback. So in my opinion, if we're looking at the Giants, they're what they were last year. To me, they're the same type of team they were last year, but they got some grit and they got nothing to lose. And when you got nothing to lose, to me, you play more free.
Right.
You play free because there's nobody's worrying about you. So you can play free. You can get those upset wins. You can get those fighting wins. You can have that mantra. But that only lasts so long because eventually when you play those talented teams, they'll start smacking you in the mouth and then it starts tempering. So I think this is a game, even with Dallas having Cooper Rush, that defense is still really good with Dallas. They can really bottle up that run game. They can bottle up a Daniel Jones. And really, I like to see a lot of turnovers because we know Daniel Jones will, if you hit him from the back, strip fumbles, he fumbles the ball a lot. That's one of his big problems. So you can really get at him, cause the interception, get a sack, fumble. Micah Parsons has been going nuts. That defensive line should be really hungry. And I feel like this defense should really get some turnovers and really cause the offense to have a short field and maybe score some points in this game.
Man, good assessment. By
real quick, I want to take these super chats real quick. I'm going to catch them up real quick.
And I got some over here as well.
All right, so we going to run through them before we go through the Giants because they're stacked up on me. So the first super chat say, do you guys think that our defense has doomsday potential? Yep. Potential. That's the key word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, potential. Yeah. Listen, we might have, before it's said and done, the best defensive player ever. There's a chance that could happen. I'm talking about Micah Parsons. I'm dead ass serious too. Like, obviously he's on a crazy pace. At the pace of sacks that he gonna have a 4-sack game this year too, y'all. He gonna have a 4-sack game this year. I'm gonna go back to the show when it happened. I'm gonna clip it out. I'm gonna say, I told y'all that dude. And this is the saddest part. Micah Parsons not even as good as he gonna be. He ain't even fully matured in his pass rush moves yet. Tank still got better pass rush moves. He does. So Landlord said, what happening, boss? How to spot a hater when they say Cooper better than Dak? But they literally just outplayed Burrow head-to-head crickets. Exactly, bro. Yeah. It'd be your own people. It did. Keystone said, we had worse QBs for 25 years. My boy Amp said, what would y'all say about letting Gallup rest until Dak come back?
Slowly, every day that repair of his knee and leg getting stronger, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that they should just go with caution. When you try to rush him back, other injuries occur. A la like Jarwin, his hip start hurting, right?
Right.
And his back. And the other guy, Godwin, for the Buccaneers, hamstring, soft tissue issues because you're trying to circumvent the pain there. So no, I don't want Gallup to get back and
until he's ready.
Something else.
I agree.
Ready. Yeah.
Good assessment, Law. B Bird said, looking forward to see our young tight ends in action. Hey, I want to talk about that. Bro, we wasted that tag on Schultz, bro. Because Ferguson, he blocking better already, and with these new reps he getting ready to get, watch him play real good. He ain't gonna be immediate, but wait till he develop his confidence about mid-season. We gonna be like, Schultz who? And then Mickey said a dub. What's your super chats, Law?
I got Dr. Jack says just $4.99. Appreciate you for your mind, man. Thank you for that donation there. Then I got 24/7 Cowboy. He said, is this the same Steve Young who is who found it hard to win with Montana's team?
Ooh.
When Dak wins the Super Bowl, it's going to be the guys to take the monkey off Dak back. Yeah. So I feel him with that.
Like
and
that.
Shout out to you for the $9.99, man. And Mr. Wright, Antoine Meyer with the $19.99 for your mind. He says, we know, y'all know how I feel about Zeke, but it is a what have you done lately league. They going off of his last performance, Boss Cowboy. We can't go off of shoulda, woulda, coulda, because there's not a lot of those in week one. So let's keep going. So basically, I think that he was talking about the Dak Prescott, the shoulda, woulda, coulda situation. You know, we can't go off of that. You know, he just looked bad week one, and it's what it is right now. You know, it's a that's my guy, man. That's my guy, Antoine.
How much you give for that?
$20.
Boy, that boy, he had that on his heart. I ain't even mad at you, big dog.
You gotta move, gotta move on from week to week. Now, my thing is
that's big right there because Myers be on Zeke.
Yeah,
Myers loves some Zeke.
Yeah,
Myers don't play around with Zeke.
And this is the thing, man. Zeke this offseason ran 22 miles an hour on the GPS in his shoulder pads, bro. So if anybody asking what has he done for me lately, he was the fastest clocked on the team, bro. So this year,
yeah.
No, I'm talking according to the GPS, bro. The GPS. I ain't talking about no 40s. They ain't running 40s no more. But when you putting 22 miles an hour on no GPS,
that boy fast. That boy good.
You running, and you know game speed real. Don't even do me.
I know he got that game speed.
Yeah. He not like Pollard, and I know Pollard faster, but I'm just saying, people trying to act like he just fell off a cliff. Not yet. No, I ain't seen it yet. No. All right.
Let me ask y'all this though. You know, they just try to beat me up over here. Dak sexuals and all of this. The Dak hate or what have you. JL Light says Dak is 1-13 against playoff teams outside of our division. In the last 3 years, he is 1-3 in the playoffs. After that years, just like Tony Romo, can I interest you in that? You know, so is that if that's the case in the scenario? How come? Let me ask y'all this: how come Dak only have one losing season? It's like in this spell of, and then the one losing season came when he was hurt. So why is that even possible? 13-3, 9-7, 10-6, and I'm going off the top of my dome. Out of 10-6, where we went. That was the losing season the next year, right? No, it was 8-8, and then it was the losing season, right? Because he only played 5 games, and then 12-5. So what are we trying to do here?
Man, I can't even argue with them dudes, man. I'm sorry. Cause I already know that you that's a Romo dude. That's a Republican versus a Democrat. There's no convincing them, bro. That's all they do. This is what they do. They sit back and they wait on a bad game. That's all they do. They'll be quiet when Dak go for 450 yards. They'll be quiet when he go for 300 yards. They was quiet when he broke Romo record. And then when he broke Romo record, they say, well, they only mentioned the Philly game. He broke the record on third teamers. That's what they say. Because it's not about facts. It's not about truth. It's all feelings. They hurt over Romo. They still think Romo should have played in 2016, so they blame Dak. That's all it is. I'm not arguing with them dudes.
And he said, I'm not a Dak fan, though. I'm not a Romo fan.
Okay, yeah, sure you not. Sure you not. Because this is how they do. They be sneaky Romo fans. They be, I'm not a Romo fan. No, I'm not. But I ain't gonna lie, they should have put him back in 2016. Yeah, and then they'll say it on the slide. They'll say he'll never have a arm like Romo. Never. I say you're a Romo fan, but even if you're not a Romo fan, that's okay. Even if and this is the thing. I don't know how y'all ain't figured out that you don't put wins and losses on quarterbacks. Because you know who had the worst record versus winning teams?
Who's that?
The absolute worst until last year. And up into last year. You want to know who it was? Facts. Y'all ready for the facts? Matthew Stafford, bro. Matthew Stafford had the worst record out of all quarterbacks versus winning teams that got a contract. The worst. He was like 13%. Dak was like 40%. So I think all of us need to just figure this out. You don't put wins and losses on just quarterback. You only judge a quarterback based how he played in those big games. And as out of the 4 playoff games that Dak played, I will only say one was average. And that was last year.
Last year, yeah.
But the other 3, good. He had a better passing rating than Aaron Rodgers when he went head up. He beat Russell Wilson head up, and he played better than Goff when they played head up, and had a good game. So.
Oh my gosh, man! I'm gonna start reading the comments. But hey, boss, I sent you something because they go ahead and said last I checked, Stafford got him a ring.
Oh, see, of course, you gonna switch the argument? Of course, he got him a ring. Yeah. I can't listen, man. I can't listen. Y'all don't like Dak. Just okay. You don't like Dak. Okay, we get it. Dak is not your quarterback.
Man, Cooper Rush.
Understand?
Cooper Rush is better than Joe Burrows.
Thank you.
Based off of what they said.
Say it loud.
Cooper Rush is better than Joe Burrows. Look it up. Look up the stats. Look up the stats. You can't. Cooper Rush is better than Joe Burrows. Look up the stats. Look at the last game stats. I'd rather have Cooper Rush over Joe Burrows right now. Right now. Look at the stats. That's what they sound like, bro. So come on, leave me alone. Right or wrong?
No, you're right, bro.
You find a stat better than now. Leave me alone. Hey, boss. Now look into your DM on Twitter, man. I want you to pull that up, man.
Okay. Law, what you got, bro? What you got cooking over there, man? You know what you got to do when you give me some homework, dog. You know what you got to do.
I want you to just display that so that we was going into Giants talk, so I wanted to show that. Somebody said he did. You know, he did. He did have better stats. Rush had better stats than Joe Burrows. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. And you listen, man. And they sit back, and then we got us a super chat. My boy Q Dog say people make me mad. They do not include 2016 when he beat every playoff team in the regular season. He only lost in the playoffs. He's top percent and top 5. Yeah, bro. You know, listen, man. They was calling Dak average when he was top 5 in every major category last year, dog.
Yeah. But he can't read. That's what they saying. That he can't read, man. The dude got.
Oh yeah. So he can't read. And see, this is. Let me address that real quick. I know Big Game J's and OC like, please don't address it. No, I'm gonna address this. See, everybody that say Dak can't read a defense. You know the worst part about that is everybody that's saying that is low key showing that they got a very low football IQ. This is why nobody watching from the television version can read a defense. It's impossible. Why? Because the camera does not show coverage. What does the camera always follow, OC Big and Law? The ball.
Yep.
So when the quarterback is holding the ball, they not showing what's going on downfield. So you don't know what he's reading, which shows you just talking. That's the worst part about people. He can see Dak. He doesn't know how to diagnose a deep. It's unless you do like I've done, and Law and Big and the OC and other people, and actually invest into the all 22. You can't read. And this is the worst part. Even if you got the all 22, you still can't read. You don't know when it's cover 2. You don't know when it's cover 3. You don't know when it's cover 4. You don't know when it's 2-man. You don't know when it's man. I do, because I played the coverage. So, that's cover 2. That's cover 3. You know how I know? Because it's people sinking into the deep thirds. I'm watching how they turn, which gives it away. And you can see when people covering 2 halves that it's either 2-man or it's cover 2. I know how to read it because I played it.
They got lost when you said deeper third. They don't know what a deeper third is. You know, they don't know what shit.
They thought you meant deep sea fishing. Deep sea fishing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell y'all how to handle them people. Everybody that's in the chat when they say Dak, you know, I'm worried about his IQ. He just cannot read a defense. I ask them, say, okay, how do you read a defense? Can you please explain?
Yeah, they won't even know without using Google. They probably don't know what's the first read of the quarterback anyhow.
Oh man,
left, right, you know. But it is what it is. But it's not that, and people fail to realize I don't give a dog about Dak Prescott like that. You know, I just love this team. I'm old enough to be Dak's father, man. Come on now. And the reality of it, Cowboy Nation, is that this team, in order to win the formula, even without Dak, in order to win, you got to run the ball. You got to run the ball. You got to run the ball 25 to 26 times or more. And that's been the secret sauce for the Cowboys. It's not about who's the quarterback on the center. You got to figure out ways to run that ball, create the alleyways by open up the passing by running the ball. That's just been the key from all of the Cowboys Super Bowls and all the Cowboys legacy. If you think I'm lying, rewind to my earlier show and listen to Coach Marv for what we was talking about.
All right, so let's get into these final words, man. Big and OC, they don't went to sleep, man. My bad, y'all. I done went way too long on the show. My bad, dog. Them boys done went to sleep and everything. He's so unprofessional. Y'all make me sick. All right. These boys over. They over here showing they ready to get off the show.
No,
they over here showing. Big over here like where Big at? You know I got Big. Where Big at?
Show the dog.
Yeah, Big. Like when you shut up. I don't want to hear about no Romo and Dak. Shut up, boss. My bad.
Oh
my bad. My bad. I'm on the final word now. All right, but First, I gotta slap them Romo dudes one more time. I got one more slap for them, and then y'all got the nerve to try to act like y'all go come in people chat to lecture them. Y'all give excuses to Dak, like you checking somebody, like you just gotta be the. I gotta super fan. I gotta teach you how to be a fan police. Hold Dak accountable, man. Shut up. Shut up.
That's the Django whip.
Shut up. See, you can't come to Boss Cowboy Sports and think I ain't gonna let you be comfortable with that BS. I ain't gonna let you come up here and just feel like you safe to just hate on that. No, you never gonna be safer. I'm gonna tell you to your face, shut up. Get out of here. You weird. You a Romo cult member. You need to let it go. Now final words, damn it.
Why they crying in that room? They crying.
All right, now I'm gonna give you the final words. Now, yeah, I will smack you first, you son of a. All right, here we go. No, I'm gonna say what you want to say. No, come over. I'm gonna say what you want to say. Just let me say it. Shut up. All right, here we go. OC hate that, man. I know we done lost some subs. I don't cry. I don't want your sub. Get out of here. I don't want your sub. Unsub. Get away. No, I do want your sub. You can come on back. Come on back. Don't go. Don't go. I'm just playing. No, I don't want your sub. Get your son. I don't want you. You unloyal. You're weird. Man, you crazy, man. You over talking about Cooper Rush. What he gonna learn? What does Dak need to learn from? Nothing. All right, final words.
Hey man, you crazy, man. You crazy, man. You gonna have a lot of hate mail, man.
Hey, come man. On. Come to Boss Cowboys. I'm gonna run you off. Ooh, I want y'all to come over here, bro. Yeah, come over to Boss Cowboy.
He said, "Hell with the whip."
I want y'all weirdos to come to Boss Cowboy Sports. And he can't read a defense. I ain't gonna never let you say that dumb stuff and feel safe. Never.
You got knowledge, man.
Yeah, bro.
Non-violence.
Man, I'm shooting them boys, man. With my fake gun. I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it to him. Big, I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. All right, final word for real this time. I'm serious. Yeah. Big. All right, here we go.
That boy's serious.
All right, here we go. Now, final words. Y'all know who I got my own. I ain't talked about this all show. But I'm bullseye on Mike McCarthy versus Kellen Moore. I'm bullseye. And I do like that the pressure is slowly heating up on Kellen Moore. I'm so happy to see it because the more it heats up on him, the better we're going to be. I like the fact that Jerry Jones did come out today and basically say, I want to see 20% more of Zeke and Pollard together. So, y'all all know I've been beating the hell out that drum on this no identity offense. Mike McCarthy came out last week and was talking about how he never liked the option routes and he's never been in a system so aggressive about option routes. So the pressure is heating. And this is the beautiful thing. Now, maybe I'm praying, obviously, not again. It's not common sense for me to say this. But the no identity should become an identity. Now, at this point, you got to run the ball. And don't go back to that pass happy, stupid option route, no identity, figured out offense. That's my final word.
So listen, this is what needs to happen for the Cowboys to beat these New York Giants, man. The key word this week is physical. Physical, physical, physical. We need to line up and smash mouth football this New York Giants defensive front. All right. And number two, when we see Saquon Barkley get the ball, he's been injury prone. Go ahead and oblige him. Y'all need to lay hard hats and play good angles on Saquon Barkley. And if they dare to run Daniel Jones, and when they dare to run Daniel Jones, you need to unload on Daniel Jones so they can stop running him. Let it make him win from the pocket and throw the ball up to this defensive secondary that is a really good defensive secondary so we can get some interceptions and takeaways. I got the Cowboys winning this game by at least 10 points going away. I think that we will commit to the run this week, Boss Cowboy. I think that it's going to be a resolve and a determination to get dirty and physical. And when we do that, we go take care of these New York Giants. That's my final word.
All right, just my final kind of word on this is with this Giants matchup. I kind of gave my own breakdown with it, but just kind of flowing off that. Physical, but I feel like we just got to get a lot of turnovers in this game. I think this can be one of those turnover type games for the Dallas Cowboys that led the league in turnovers last year. I think this can be a game when you got a quarterback in Daniel Jones who's a turnover prone type quarterback. He will throw interceptions. He will fumble the ball. And just like they said, they don't have really any main options. Saquon Barkley, they're going to run the ball. They're one of the tops in the league right now in rushing the ball. So take away that from them and make Daniel Jones beat you from the pocket. I feel like Dallas is going to win. Their secondary is a lot better than it was last year, in my opinion. Dallas' secondary is. So if they can go ahead and get maybe some interceptions out there, Trevin Diggs, I'm going to go ahead and call Trevin Diggs interception in his Giants game. I don't know if he returns it, but Trevin Diggs, and let's get some special teams involved. Get some Kevontae Turpin in this game, kind of involve him. I think this is where you can get kind of real tricky with him. And just like you said, the winning formula is 25 carries. We said it. The game when Dallas lost in that Tampa Bay game, 18 carries. We said the magic number was 20. 25 is when you're really pretty much almost guarantee a win with the Dallas Cowboys. They had 27 rushes. Cooper Rush had 31 passes. I just hope that when Dak Prescott comes back, they stay with that and not get pass happy with Dak Prescott when they want to get more conservative and play a more ball control game with the Cooper Rush. You don't got to throw it 50 freaking times with Dak Prescott either. It's okay for him to throw 30 times and you still run the ball 25 to 30 times and win the damn game. Stop trying to make prove Dak Prescott this franchise quarterback, because I wanted to say this on my final word. That's the thing that's frustrating with me, because it seems like ever since you signed Dak Prescott to this money, you want to keep proving that he's this franchise guy and always want to throw and sling the ball everywhere when you don't have to do that. We've seen when Dak Prescott is better, in my opinion, when he's throwing that around that 30 to 35, he's really, really good. Yep. And when he's getting 25 carries from Ezekiel Elliott and everybody else, Dallas wins and they balance and you see convincing victories. How about you do that with your quarterback as well and not always cater to it when you're doing a Cooper Rush and everybody else? Do that with your top quarterback as well, and that's my final word.
Dracarys.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big game, James.
Game changer.
Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Very good final word, Big. Ooh, very good one.
That was the truth.
Very good.
James. And that's what I've been saying since 2016. I've been saying, look, Dak Prescott, I don't want him to throw 35, 40 times a game. I definitely don't want him to do that. You using him wrongly. My guy, Boss Cowboy, can you go back to your Twitter and DM?
I got it.
Take that picture, and I just want that picture posted up there, because this is going to be about the. You got it all the way up there. No, take the one that I screenshotted it, so you can just crop that one, because it got some ingredients that I want everybody to see, and and those type of things. Cowboy Nation. While my guy, the famous producer over there, man, getting things ready, I just want y'all to know, man, that this team, now that the quarterback is down, they going back to the philosophy of, hey, let's put things in proper perspective. We're going to throw out the option routes, just going to be clean breaking routes. Oh, excuse me, we're going to put the ball in the belly of Ezekiel Elliott. He was our #1 draft pick in 2016. And on top of that, we're going to work with Tony Pollard, who can give us those explosion plays. And all we're looking for is a few deep plays to make the defense play honest, get them out of that single high look. It's been a minute since we've seen single high look for those who understand defense. But I want people to look at this right here. The New York Giants, if you look, they're the 31st overall team, 32nd on offense, and I believe on the defensive side of the coin, the New York Giants are the 25th ranked defense and 27th ranked special teams. Now, of course, we had a world's horrible offense last 2 games, right? And we were ranked 30th in offense, but I'm quite sure 32nd is worse than 30th. And I'm quite sure that we played against the Buccaneers and as well as the Bengals, who are a better offensive team than the Giants. I believe that the Buccaneers and even the Bengals defense was a better defense than the Giants. They ranked 25th. So I'm not worried about the Giants, and excuse me, they are a common team. So I'm looking at it like this. Kellen Moore jumps in his bag when he playing against common opponents. He will draft up and craft up a good game plan. The Cowboys would jump out on these Giants just like last year, and we would whoop them and beat them down, and they'll be coming crying back because they already know who's the best. So get back, Giants fans that was in the chat, because we didn't hear from y'all all last season. We were sitting here waiting for y'all to come to the party. But now y'all want to come, so I want you to lean forward and grab those hands right there, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring the heat. We still got the best defense in the NFC. I already know that this doggone dude named Micah Parsons, he's going to bring the thunder. He had 2 sacks last game, 2 sacks the previous game. I think that he can double that and give us at least, not all the way double, but give us at least 3 sacks against those Giants. This Giants team always been a situation where DeMarcus Lawrence start knocking on the door and show up and show out. I believe D-Law going to have him a good game in this Giants game. This is going to be a team of defense, and I think the Cowboys will be victorious, and I can't wait to see it on Monday night. Come on, Cowboy Nation. That's my final word.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Those grills, drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to
Get out of here, you Romo weirdo.
Wait a minute. Go to your room.
Go to your room. That was the final word, baby, man. Thank y'all for coming out, chilling, talking football with us. It's always fun.
I've been really in the field, wish I love the field lately. I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal lately. I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
My name is Boss.
Kinda check a song. Lately I
pay
just
the
wanna
cost.
run it up.
I go
Count that too, count it up.
make you
Lately
pray.
I
Oh
just
my
wanna
life.
run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe. Got blues inside.
I never play.
Greens and pinks, it's all
I'm
the
a
same.
G
I still
of the
sit and
hood.
roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T-Mac, I'm with Rabbit now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm
Big
with J,
game,
yeah, I'm with
James
Chuck and now. Still the same, I switch his sides.
There it is. 1-800
and that's worth more to me.
And I saw my
I'm
guy
East
East
Nike with
Camden in here.
designer,
I
I
said, all right.
experiment.
And then I'm still looking for Eastside Harold. You know,
Oh, where he at?
Search for the
I don't know where Eastside. Eastside been gone.
Can trust a soul like
They must be 0-2 or something. They 0-2 or something.
He went for 1 week and then
Oh, nah, he can't even handle the heat. We don't care about you,
Eastside
Eastside.
lost.